has been a topic of discussion for some years now because we have a lot of octogenarians in power. And as you know, Mitch McConnell had a medical scare a few days ago, and he appeared to freeze during a news conference and is raising questions about his health and the advanced age of many of these elected officials, Mom.
Yes.
And including Dianne Feinstein, who was 90 years old at this point, Ma. So I'm sure you saw the video at this point. What are your thoughts?
You talking about McConnell when he was staring blank and not saying anything?
Yes, for about 30 seconds. And he is 81 years old.
Yes.
Ma. So my question to you is, should there be an age limit or a mental and physical exam? I think they do have to take that, right? They do have to have a mental.
I don't know. It seems that Trump was able to bypass all that type of stuff.
So what are your thoughts, Ma?
I think there should be an age limit because I think there should be an age limit simply because it is a known truth. Okay, it's tried and true that if you're not deteriorating mentally, you're deteriorating physically. Mm-hmm. And for the office of the president, absolutely there should be an age limit because this person has to have the physical and mental wherewithal to do the job, which is arguably one of the most important jobs, or if not the most important job on the planet. Okay. Mm-hmm. And that person does not need to be in decline. Okay.
No.
That person definitely needs to be able to handle it physically and mentally. So for the president, yes. Now for Congress people, senators, and so on and so forth, they also should have term limits.
Okay.
And age limits, but term limits would take care of the age limits. The president already has term limits. You got me? The president 2 terms and I'm out. Okay. Now, but for some of these Congress people, for the SCOTUS, for the Supreme Court, and all those people, they need term limits because term limits will take care of the age thing. You follow me?
I follow you. So, okay, since you said that, Ma, what would be the age limit if you think there should be an age limit? The term limit, I'm 100% that there should be a term limit.
Well, the age limit, now the age limit, in my opinion, should be no more than 75.
Okay, that's what a lot of people are saying. They think 75 should
be. I'd say 75 max, because even if you are good, there's some people who are good beyond 75. We know that. Mm-hmm. But the majority in the main at 75 people, if not in mental decline or certainly in physical decline,
well,
and more prone to have physical problems. Okay. Or prone to, if they fall, if they have accidents, this and that, they have the impact is more devastating, and on and on and on and on and on, for obvious reasons that everyone knows. Okay, so go ahead.
No, Ma, it's your opinion. Go ahead. I'm not trying to interrupt you.
Talking, you turn to talk, and go ahead. I'm finished.
No, I don't want to. Oh, Ma, go ahead.
Okay, so that's what I say. In my opinion, it should be, max out at 75, and term limits will take care of that. Term limits will take care of that. You're not going to come in. What are you going to come in at 74? That's not possible. You can't come in so old that when you max out, you'll be beyond the age. You got me? You can't come in at 74 and a half, So, I mean, that would be like defeating the whole purpose. But absolute term limits, I believe. We can argue over the age or whatever you want.
You had your opinion, so let me say mine. I'm not, like I said, I completely agree with you on the term limits, 100%. I think that the age should be a case-by-case assessment. I think that people should have physical and mental tests, in particular mental tests for the
The
job.
only reason I'm not so sold on that the tests and all that kind of stuff is because people have too many ways of beating it. People have too many, but you need it. What's the test? And the test has got to be standardized across the board.
Of course.
My doctor or your doctor? Whose doctor?
No, they should have a doctor, a universal doctor for.
Oh, my gastroenterologist, my buddy that lives next door.
No.
I mean, who's the doctor?
It's just like I don't know. It's because it's been so long, but it's just like taking like a standardized test, where it's everything is universal, and I think that they should have to pass that test. Like when you take a physical, they ask you certain things. Everybody has to answer those questions.
And not only that, and there has to be full disclosure.
Right, and that's what I think because. I'm almost leaning towards where you are with the 75, but I think that there are some really strong, 76-year-olds, 80-year-olds who can do the job. I think mostly probably not, but I think there are some that can do it better than a 40-year-old or 50-year-old.
I mean, not term limits out. I say over 75 out. No.
Okay, and because I think it's ages, and I think that.
Go ahead.
Because I don't know. Then if we're gonna go with age, if we're gonna stick to an age, I'm gonna go with 80.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with 80 because I'm gonna go with you can come in.
Okay.
You say you can come in at 74, 75 or whatever, and then 80. That's it. That's if you can do it. So we're in this.
All good, but there needs to be a limit. And to me, an octogenarian needs to not be running the country.
Well, that's and just like you don't want a 20-year-old running the country.
Absolutely,
because they don't know enough. Right. They haven't experienced. Not that they're intelligent. Absolutely. They just don't know enough. They have enough.
Cognitive ability and so on and so forth, but they certainly have very minimal experience.
Right.
Because if you're 20 and you come in with the proper credentials, then you spend most of your life just going to school, just being a student. You have no other experience.
Right.
Because you haven't been on the planet long enough.
Right.
So, but okay. So but that's the way I feel about it. Yes, I'm very unhappy that, our, most viable candidate apparently is, or at least that's the consensus, is an octogenarian. I'm, not happy about it, and neither are many other Democrats. But, that's the way it is. And I'm not even going to comment on Trump, but he's in the same boat.
I know.
Only he's a criminal, on top of it. So, but that's the way it is. That's where we are.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens, but something definitely needs to change. I just kind of feel, am on the fence because I don't like a lot of discrimination based on age, like, ageism. I don't like that. And that's kind of my issue. But like, my God, like some of these people obviously are not able to mentally function in a capacity that we need them to run the country, to pass laws, even on our side, the Democrats with Dianne Feinstein, she's 90 years old. So, and Mitch McConnell, he may have had a slip, but come on. So let's see. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and check out full episodes of the Bamgboshe Happy